Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video that is super exciting. I cannot wait to show you the new collection from Oden that is called Solmåne. I cannot wait to show you the items. I am so excited to share with you the new items that they're having in their collection. And if you haven't been here before, if this is your first video here, hello, my name is Angie. I am such a lover of beauty makeup. I love everything beauty makeup related, especially things that are indie and colorful. And this collection is definitely ticking both of those boxes. So if you want to see some more makeup videos on our timeline, don't forget to subscribe because I upload 5 videos a week. If you're following me on my vlog channel or if you're following me on Instagram, which you should be by the way, why aren't you? Links are in the description box. Shameless plug. I did talk about that there was a collection coming that I got sent in PR that I was like, you're not prepared. You're not prepared for how great, how beautiful this collection is, and today is the day because we are going to be talking about, this is the palette, highlighters, well these are blushes, highlighters from Oden's Eye. This is the Sulmona collection. There is a mirror and there is my favorite product. Is this entire line that let's save that one for last. And we are just going to swatch through all of these. I'm going to do 2 different looks. I'm going to try these cheek products out on my face. And I'm just super excited. I was sent this as PR. I do have a code with Oden's Eye and the code is Angelica and you will save 10% off your order. The code is affiliated. If you do use my code, thank you so much for supporting my channel. It really helps out. Let's jump into this. Let's start with the accessory in this collection. And that is that they're coming out with a mirror. It comes in this packaging right here. Maybe I should start like this. Quick bio. Oden's Eye is a Swedish indie brand based on Norse mythology. I am Swedish. I'm living in Texas right now, but I'm Swedish. Sometimes you ask me, what's that accent? The accent is, English is not my first language. That's the accent. Solmåne means sun, moon in Swedish. And this is the second time that they're doing a Solmåne collection. So this is, I think they're calling it, yeah, they're calling it Solmåne II. So there's like a 2 after here. Because they did have some items in this collection before. I don't know if those are still available or if this is like replacing that collection. But that's what it means. That's why there's a sun and a moon on the packaging. Because it is sun and a moon. The first thing that I want to show you inside is this mirror. This is like the normal mirror you can see like here, and then there's one that's magnified. That's my ear. And it says on this side 3 times magnification, so it's a handheld mirror. It's like a plastic with like a, what would I call this? Like a lavender plastic. It comes in styrofoam like this so it doesn't break. And then we have, I'm so excited. There are 6 blushes and 6 highlighters. The highlighters come in a lavender packaging. This is like a plastic packaging that has a mirror in it, and then there is like a pattern. Highlighters has a moon, the blushes has a sun. There are 6 highlighters and 6 blushes. Some of the blushes are shimmery that has like a marble effect on the inside, and some of the blushes are matte. I am incredibly impressed with how this looks. Not only does this look incredibly like luxurious with the mirror on the inside, I'm so excited that they're doing single blushes and highlighters because I've had like highlighter palettes before, and I'm pretty sure that this is going to replace the blushes that they had before, which were really nice. But this packaging screams, this just screams well thought through packaging. These look incredible. I cannot wait to wear these. Next thing that's in the collection is the palette. This is the Solmåne II. They did have a Solmåne from before, and that palette was nice. I liked the palette. I thought it was really good quality, but I will say that Oden's Eye, since, I want to say since 2021, they have really upped their quality to something that's not only good, but great. They have quickly evolved their formula, getting better and better and better with time. And now it's one of my favorite formulas. And I mean, that is the reason why I decided to work with them, because I noticed that wow, this formula is truly one of the best formulas ever. And when they reached out to me, it was so easy for me to say, yes, this is the palette. I don't know if this is still in stock when this is going live, but this is the palette that I have. So this, as I'm filming this, there are still a few in stock, but it is the last restock. But just me seeing how the formula went from good to great to awesome was an easy way for me to say that yes, I would definitely like to work with you and create my own color scheme in this really amazing formula. And are you prepared for this color scheme? Because this is a color scheme that I've actually been thinking that I would love to have. I mean the packaging is just so stunning, and it is a blue purple orange color scheme, and I just think that this is so beautiful. This is the color blocking thing that Huda had, but just a little bit, if I'm gonna be honest, a little bit more interesting. And I love the different shimmer options, and this orange here is just so pretty. I'm so excited about this one. I did swatch these already as I'm filming this, and they swatched beautifully. I love that there's a couple of like true blues and a couple of like turquoisey options, and then you have like a warm berry and you have like a lavender. There's a couple of mixes between cool tones and warm tones in this one, and there is also a black shadow that's called Black Hole. I love that this goes from really light to really dark, both in shimmers and mattes, although I will say that this palette does not have a super light shimmer, only this one that's called Starry Sky, which is like more of a topper duochrome. Really, really pretty, but I'm so excited to be playing with this one. We have a matte pastel blue and a matte lavender, plus this super cute, like almost marigold, almost neon-y orange with a lot of yellow in it. Ugh. Super, super excited about this palette, but I will say, as excited as I am about this palette, as excited as I am about the blushes and highlighters, it doesn't compare to how excited I am about the gel liners. So this is part of the Solmåne collection. Fairly sure that these are not limited edition. Let me hold them up like this so you can see. Like, it's the whole rainbow. Me guessing, because all of these, when I got them, were individually wrapped. So I'm guessing that these are going to be sold both as a set and as singles. As I'm filming this, I do not have a release date. I do not have any pricing about this at all, because I was just sent this early, and I'm pre-filming this quite early in advance just because I have it here. But I will, as soon as I have all the info, I will put that in the description box so that you can see. So if you're wondering about pricing, release dates, what my code was, where you can find it, any of that, it's in the description box. But if you know me, you know that a colorful liner in the waterline is one of the things that I always do. I never skip something in my waterline unless I forget, which happens. But I am just so excited. There are greens, orange, yellow, pink. It's a couple of greens, a couple of blues. I am just so intrigued. I'm gonna show you some swatches here just so you can see what they look like. But honestly, I am just so intrigued, so excited. I cannot wait to dig into these. This is my jam. These liners are my jam, and I cannot wait. I'm definitely going to be using these in the looks. But let's zoom in, and I'm going to apply a little highlighter and blush just to begin with, and then let's do two different eye looks, because that's what I like to do on my channel when I'm trying out a new palette. I like to do two different eye looks, you know, a first and a second impression, and give you some thoughts at the end. But I am so excited. How many times have I said that? So excited. I think what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna do blue to purple to orange, and I know that the orange and the purple is not really gonna blend together, so I'm gonna be a little bit careful when it comes to that one. But I'm actually gonna start with the orange that's called Warm Light, and I'm gonna put that in the inner part. Ugh. A yellowy orange. That's why I wore this like cowboy shirt, because it's blue and orange, and I thought like why not? But I want to use as many shades as possible. I feel like I've been doing a lot of monochromatic looks lately, and I just felt like today was a day for a non-monochromatic look. I felt like today was the day. That's really pretty. And maybe I can like try and cover with some pencils, and I don't know, I'm just very inspired by this color scheme and very inspired by the pencils. I'm doing a little bit under the eyes as well. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do with my inner corner, but I'll figure it out. I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take a bigger brush. This is an E25 blending from Sigma, and I am gonna use the one that's called, oh, Nebula. Look at them. The Nebula shade, which is the dark blue matte, and I am going to use that in the outer corner and the outer part of the crease. And I am going to put a little blob out here without taking it into the orange. Oh, that's pretty. And then I'm just going to try and see if I can put the purple in between. I'm leaving it like this for right now. I'm gonna blend it out a little bit, I think with like a pastel, but I want to use the one that's called Galaxy now, which does this warmer plummy shade. And I think just because this is a little warmer, it might help with making this fade into the orange. But I'm putting this in between. This is so cool. I'm putting this in between. And I'm probably gonna use a little bit of the pastel blue out here afterwards. And of course I'm putting the same shadows on the lower lash line. You can see I'm not doing any wide motions. I'm trying to just very lightly and with small motions, I'm trying to just fade them together without making them too muddy. I think that honestly that looks good. I'm happy with that. I can blend a little bit more here because a purple and a blue is a little bit more forgiving. And now with the smaller brush, I'm taking the one that's called Soft Cloud. It is the pastel blue in the corner, and I'm just dipping into that. Can you like just doing like that? And then I am gently with small motions with just a little bit on the tip. I'm just the tip. Just blending on this edge to soften the blue so it's not too harsh. I'm so excited about this look. It is so pretty. I want to do this darker purple in the outer part, and I kind of want to use and meet up with some of the liners. I was thinking like the yellow and the orange. So maybe I should start with that. Let me see if I can like draw some on. Well, I would say that they are definitely not creamy enough to be used as like a cut crease base. How is it like on the hand? Yeah, that's really creamy. Maybe it's because it's a matte shadow underneath, but I just wanted to have something that's giving a bit of a foundation, but I don't know if that's really helping. Let me try them in the waterline instead, and maybe I'll try and like, I don't know if I'm gonna cut the crease. Oh, look at that. It's stunning in the waterline. Yeah, it could be that it's just not gonna stick on top of powder. Good to know. It doesn't stick on top of powder. Decided to mix in a little bit of the yellow in the beginning part here. I think that's working out really good. But let me see if I can use something else. Oh, let me see if I can use those things from Glam Shop that I got. Right? Because I feel like that, because this works, it was just not as creamy on top of powders as like a concealer would be. So let me see if I can find that and we can do something, because I want to do that and I want to use the dual chrome on top of it and then going into this dark purple. This is my plan. Okay, it's this one right here. I'm gonna link it down below. This one, the yellow one, is in Sunflower, and I'm just taking some on the brush. Because this is a liquid, so of course this is gonna go on easy. I'm not gonna be too thorough, and I'm not gonna like cover everything up, because again, I'm gonna put that duochrome on top. I'm just doing a little bit like that. Let us actually see how that looks. So I'm taking the duochrome, it's called Starry Sky. It's like a peach with like a greenish gold tint. So I'm just putting that on top, and as you can see, it's more of a topper. It gives off a lemon look now on top of the light yellow base. If you did like a concealer base, it probably would have a little bit more of a peach undertone. And now I'm just fading it in here where there's not a base, and same here. And I'm gonna clean off my brush on my Sigma switch, and I'm gonna use the one that's called Hallucinations, which is the dark purple. Putting that on my brush. Wait, I'm gonna tap this off a bit, and I'm not spraying it. I'm just tapping this on the outer part here to blend it so it fades into the blue and purple. And I'm just putting a little bit more of the matte blue out here so it makes sense. But yeah, that is what it's looking like. What am I gonna put in my inner corners? I kind of want to do a white. You know what I would like to do? Is that cheating? I would like to do the Rebirth. Is that cheating? Don't tell anyone I cheated. But a matte white would be beautiful as well. Or like just use a matte white eye pencil or a nude eye pencil. And you can put that and just smudge it as well. It doesn't have to be an eyeshadow. But yeah, like this color was made for this look. I'm sorry I'm cheating. I'm sorry I'm cheating. I know. I just really thought that this was the best look. Right? Don't tell anyone I cheated. I'm sorry. I forgot to put on blush and highlight. How frustrated are you on a scale of 1 to 10? 11? Here we are. I'm gonna do this sparkly one, which is called Sienna Luster. Beautiful. My husband says Sienna is wonderful and that we need to go. And I'm gonna do the highlighter in Warm Sunshine, which seems like a warm peach. I'm all about those tones. Let me get a brush. Let's get into it. This is the eye look. Sorry, I forgot. Don't come. I was too excited. I was too excited. So I'm not 100% sure because this is like shimmery out here. Should I do... Oh, that's an overspray. Now we know. That's an overspray. But it is a shimmery blush underneath. Wait. No, this is what dreams are made of. This is a very shimmery blush. I mean, this is low-key a highlighter, but this is a blush highlighter hybrid. Oh no, this is so pretty. And it is definitely a very peach. Like, I can see the peach here. It still has a tone of a blush. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my god. Oh my, I hadn't swatched these. I mean, you saw some swatches, but I hadn't swatched these. And I still like that I can see the peach here. It's so pretty. That is so pretty. Maybe I should have swatched these before to know what I was getting myself into. But let's do a little bit of the highlighter. Oh, it picks up really beautifully. That is a similar highlighter tone, but just without the undertone of the peach. Like, there's no base color to this one. But that also means that if you have a deeper skin tone and none of these highlighters seems to be right for you, just know that the blushes are shimmery enough that they could be a highlighter on a deeper skin tone. Which is really exciting because... I really like that. Okay, let me finish this eye look up and we can just zoom out and look at this a little bit. Zoomed out. I said that. 12 out of 10 recommend this look. I adore this look. I think it's so pretty. This is exactly the look that I imagined when I started like thinking what kind of look I want to do with this palette. I'm so excited that I went for this. I mean, I love color and I love experimenting with color. I love doing different kinds of looks. And I have been going for a lot of monochromatic looks lately. And I am so excited that I decided to do this. I don't know, is it a sunset look? Because it goes into blue. I don't know, but I adore it. I think it's so pretty. I had so much fun with the palette. The blushes and highlighters look stunning. And yeah, so far, very impressed. Let's get into look number 2. I think what I want to do is that I want to do something with the turquoise and like this shade here. And maybe deepen it up with the black. And then go into this more lavender side here. And just do something that's a little bit different than what we had before. So I'm starting with the Neptune one, which is the like turquoisey teal shadow, and I'm just gonna put that in the outer part of the crease. I think I got a little too much on my brush. Sometimes I pack on a little too much. I just love having pigment. Okay, so the lavender is called Dream, and this is more of a pastel, so I'm probably gonna have to pack this on. Ooh, but that's really nice though. That's some really nice pigment. So I'm gonna put that in the inner part. I'm probably gonna pack this as an inner corner highlight as well. And you can see I'm just doing this like half and half. So half is the turquoise, half is the lavender. I am going to use the black shadow that's called Black Hole, and I am going to take that on a small brush. This is from We Makeup, and it is in Blender, and we are going to see if we can just get a little bit of depth out here. I'm using as little as possible and just shading a little bit out here, just to create a little bit of drama out in the outer part of the lid, right? Okay, so this is the look right now. I have a little bit, I don't want to call it a pimple, but I have something here that makes it look really unblended from the side, but don't mind that. So let's do, let's do the turquoise and the lavender. Let's just put them on. I'm starting with the turquoise. Oh, that is so pretty. That is really high shine. Big fan. Doesn't that look so nice? I like it. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take that Dream, which is the pastel lavender, and we are just gonna plop that in the inner corner. Ooh, let's use one of the liners. I think there is a lavender one. Oh, there's a purple. It's not super lavender. Should we do the light, or the mint one? Let's do the mint one. Let's do the mint one, and let's see how this one looks. This was not as full-on opaque as the orangey one was, but if I just go back and forth, I definitely get the desired result. This is so pastel-y and lovely, but still with a little bit of depth. Okay, let me finish this up and we can just have a final chat about this collection. I like this. I think that this qualifies as like a dramatic pastel look. I think it's a little bit different for me, but I kind of enjoy it. And again, I'm happy I didn't do a monochromatic look. Listen, I love monochromatic looks, but I've been doing a lot of them lately, so I'm just trying to break free from my own habits and just trying some other things. I need to inspire myself as well. How do I feel about this collection? Well, I am absolutely in love with the blushes and highlighters. I think they look absolutely stunning, and how this looks on my cheeks is just beautiful. The palette has such an interesting color story. I really enjoy the way that this is colorful without being a rainbow palette. It is a row of purples, a row of blues, and a row of oranges with a matte black, and I enjoy that a lot. Sometimes colorful palettes tend to be like full-on rainbow palette, but I don't know, this has a color story, and it is the normal Oden quality, and I really enjoy it. I cannot wait to do more things with this. The eye pencils are really nice too. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna go and try all of them and let you know what I think of them. So far, I mean, they really show up in the waterline. I think it's really beautiful. The yellow one and the orange one showed up instantly on my waterline, and this minty one I had to go over a couple of times to get this opaque result. So I think it might be depending which of the the colors you're using. I'm gonna of course try them a bit more and let you know, and also like longevity and all of that. But overall, I'm just so excited to see colorful pencils from an indie brand, because colorful pencils is something that I use all the time, and there's a lot of really pretty colors here. So I will of course report back to you in like a month or so when I've been trying these things a little bit more behind the scenes, testing them to their full potential, and then I'll come back and I will review them in a monthly ranking or something like that in the future. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do not forget to subscribe. Check the description box for more info about this release in case you are interested, and I will see you again. I don't know when this video is going up because it's so pre-filmed, but I'll see you either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow with a new video, depending on when this goes up. Bye!